Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, please like and subscribe. Thank you for those who have subscribed my channel. Okay, so for today, we'll cover for chapter 1 ASM 654 fundamental of data warehouse. Now on the topic 1 is about introductions and trends to data warehousing. Okay, here we got can say more like a four sub chapter in this topic 1. Okay, got okay, you can see on this bookmark here. This one is on intro, this one is on the topics, and topic 1.2, topic 1.3, and we have a bit of exercise. It's a long slide for this one. It's a 77 slides for this topic 1, so hopefully everyone stay focused. Please prepare your pens and papers. Okay, we directly for topic 1.1, the need for data warehousing, the building blocks and trends in data warehouse. So I will try to cover for the first one on this video. Later on we see how we gonna proceed on the next chapter. Okay, a bit of introductions. Okay, you can just read this one. As enterprise grow larger, hundreds of computers application needed to support various business process. Okay, we now tend to rely on the computer things. Is it not correct or not? So without this computer system, no modern business can survive. Companies started buildings and using this system in the 1960s and have become completely dependent on them. Yes, because I think there's no company out there still using the paper record as their day-to-day business operation. Now everything relies on the computer. Even in the restaurant, they have this POS system, point of sales, to record all the transactions going on the order of the restaurants. Okay, the how they manage their inventories and so on. Okay, computer system helps to gather, store and process all the data needed to successfully perform the daily operation. As I said, okay, they provide online information and produce a variety of reports to monitor and run the business. So at the end, if you have a background, maybe if you have works in the, I think I see some of you have worked in the MACD, and some of you have worked on this even waitress at a hotel. You should encounter some of the reports at the maybe a sales reports, maybe a checklist inventory report, something. Okay, so that's report is about data. Okay, data on the day-to-day operation. Okay, and then the data warehouse is a new paradigm specifically intended to provide vital strategic information. So we have a data warehouse actually to govern all the data that in the company, so it can be more organized and easy to access for the retrieval of information and decision making. So in the 1990s, organization began to achieve competitive advantage by building a data warehouse system. So everyone have their own data warehouse in the company or organization. Okay, that about the history. Now we go to topic 1.1. You can differentiate on this topic by look at the color. So topic 1.1 on the color blue here, the need for data warehousing. Okay, this one just more introductions. Okay, this is outline of this topic 1.1. Understand the desperate need for strategic information, and you should know the recognize the information crisis at every enterprise, and you should know the distinguish between operational and informational system, and learn why all the past attempts to provide strategic information fail, and clearly see why data warehouse is the viable solution. And at the end, understand business intelligence for enterprise. The house the company make a decision making on the business goals and strategies on the company. Okay, organization use of data warehousing. Okay, we have different segment of the economy here on the retail, financial, airlines, manufacturing, utilities, and government. So every segment of this economy here, they have a different types of data. I have experience before I go for this academician. Okay, before I become a lecturer, I have 3 years experience as a IT engineer on the I can say that is a manufacturing because that company making a chipset, I think, bukan, like a chip lah, electronic chip, electronic IC, some related to the electronic parts of equipment. Okay, and then I have a opportunity last my company is on the retail business, so that's about the sales of products and goods, kan. So yeah, you should, if you have this opportunity, yes, for the financial on the banking. Okay, airlines, they said different sectors. Okay, and then now I on the government sectors on the manpower planning, cost control. Okay, organization use of data warehousing, I just go uh, is summarize on this one. Customer loyalty, because on the retail we want to see the customer, what they call, yes, customer loyalty, but they want to see if the customer will buy again to the same product or brand or not. Okay, and the market planning. So with that data, okay, in my case, on my last retail company, which is GCH Retail, about Giant and Cold Storage, also the Guardian. Of course, every day we have to come up with this, because I on the IT department. I have to come up with this in the morning, early in the morning. We have this sales record of every branches. You see, last time Giant got their supermarket, hypermarket, superstore in every part of the country. From Kedah, Malaysia. Sorry, Kedah, Malaysia. From Kedah till Johor, and Sarawak, Brunei, and also Sabah. Okay. So every day in the morning, I have to prepare a report of the sales figure of every they call from the regional lah. So the southern regional consists of Johor, Melaka, maybe some part of Pahang. The southern, the northern will be Kedah, Perlis, Penang, and Borneo, like Sabah, Sarawak. So we compare that data. Actually, we can see which store that perform well actually on the sale. So later on, this data is given to the area manager, and this I think what they call, I forgot already, but something related to manager, high hierarchy of this organization. So they are making the decision making. Either they want to push the new marketing planning. At the end, basically, as you can see, all the supermarkets, they have this weekend sale, right? So they will see actually with that kind of figures, how they want to pursue to majukan lagi lah dia punya sales dia kan. But as you can see now, because everyone's buying from the online, like Shopee and Lazada, yes, this supermarket like Giant, what else, they are closing down their physical store. Okay, on the financial, it's about the banking. I think banking is not is something different, which is we deal day to day. Yes, this one they deal with the risk management, because they don't want to lose their money. Of course, our money actually. So they have to invest correctly on their planning. And for the fraud detection, yes, if they found any ada case lah kan, ada penipuan, spam, as you know on the news just now few weeks here, Macau scam. Okay, so they freezing the account of these related people that's related to this crime. So So that things is about the financial. For the airline, yes, route profitability and the yield management. Yield management is more on the uh, what they call it, pricing strategy. As you can see, the airline, no, every day they have this apa ni, promotion kan. So they have this promotion from time to time, maybe just some of the routes. Okay, so depends. Okay, manufacturing, yes, of course they want to have a cost reduction on their products, and of course they, if they want to transfer their product and of the product to the market, logistic management is come to the mind lah, because how they want to, yes, place transport from A to B location, and how they want to store their products and item, all the security things they have to be considered. For the utilities, asset management, resource management, utilities I think more related to like electrical, like the water, alright. And for the government, of course, the manpower planning, okay, and the cost control, because if we have a large of this manpower in the organization, maybe the effectiveness of the organization will be on jeopardized ke, depends how they looking, how they monitor, how they uh, what they call it, mm, see the KPI of this each of individual. Okay, and of course the cost control, make sure that government not spend too many on the unnecessary thing, because we have to pay the people, okay, that work for the governments. All right, hopefully you get some idea on different segments of different of economy here. All right, next one is about the escalating need for strategic information. Okay, kenapa ada double ni? Okay, for making decisions, executive and manager need information for the following purpose. So, actually, the information, yes, we deal with this big data nowadays. You know, big data, a lot of large volume of data. So, it's what organization do with the data that matters compared to the amount of data that they have. So, how to deal with this data actually? So the following purpose is to get in-depth knowledge of their company operations. So the manager have to know what exactly from A to B, from A to Z. They have to know exactly what they process. Okay, and review and monitor key performance indicators and note how these affect one another. Of course, they have the KPI, and keep track of how business factor change over time. Okay, see the economy, how's the world's politics going on, and compare their company performance relative to the competitions and to industry benchmarkers. Of course, they have to look on their competitors, how to deal, how to make sure that they are reliable in the markets. And then critical business decision depends on the availability of proper strategic information in an enterprise. So yes, they have to make a decision making there. So this critical business decision, which is the best that will give them more profits, more competitive advantage, so that they are leads on the industry, on the market. Okay, escalating need for strategic information. So there are several characteristics here. Integrated, I think you know integrated, like one places, everybody can access the information on the same information, the same data. Data integrity must be accurate, must be conform to business rule according to their standard of procedure, and accessible, easily accessible with intuitive access path and responsive for analysis, meaning that they can reach this information or data wherever they are in the world, maybe. And credible, every business factor must have one and only one value. The data must have some meaning for their decision making, and timely information must be available within the stipulated time frame. Tak adalah kita request for this data besok baru dapat, which is our competitor have their uh, data already, then they make the move, we baru nak buat move, so it's become late already, right? Okay, escalating need for strategic information. There are two major factors here. In the information crisis, organization have a lots of data. As I said tadi, what they need to deal is on the big data here. And then information technology resources and system are not effective at turning all the data into useful strategy information. Like I said, is what organization do with the data that matters. So if they have all the data but they cannot to transcribe this data into the meaningful thing, it's not going anywhere. Okay, the large quantity of data are very useful but good for running for the business operation, but hardly amenable for use in making decision about business strategy and objective. Okay, this is the problem. And the data needed for strategy in decision making must be in a format that is easily for analysis and allowing the manager to review data from different business viewpoint. So there are issue on this one because not all the format of the data too they can simply interpret to maybe a graph, maybe something that useful to explain to others. Okay, especially to this manager, CEO, everything. And escalating the need for strategic information. Okay, this is the history, I can say. Last time on the computer technology, yes, we using the mainframe mini PCs, and now we got a client server. And dulu we use a punch card, video display, graphical user interface, okay, on the computer interface, and now it's a voice kan. And processing option batch online, now it's been a network. Okay, now it's not 2000 already, now it's 2020. We are 20 years ahead of this time frame. Now on the 5G, as I said, on the like system analysis and design, kita punya another subject. Alright, escalating need for information, failure of past decision support system. Most of the past decision support system fail since the user could not clearly define what they want in the first place. Okay, actually this maybe a new manager, new people not familiar with the currents of this, how the background of this organization process flow. So they don't know how this system can improve on their business process. Okay, information needed for strategic decision making have to be available in interactive manner. Okay, and the user must be able to query online and get result and query some more. Okay, that's the things that they want. Then the information must be in a format suitable for analysis. Okay, and then most of the past decision support system fail since the user could not clearly define what they want in the first place. Okay, ini dia sama sebenarnya. Okay, sorry, redundant page here. And inability to provide information. Factor relating to the inability to provide such information is the IT received too many ad hoc requests, resulting in a large overload with limited resources. IT is unable to respond to the numerous requests in a timely fashion. So actually in my experience, yes, we actually not deal with one case only. We are dealing with from this like mine on the retail things, on this order of the products, on this promotion, on this apa ni faulty of the machine equipment, all that thing we have to deal. Okay, so ada login for this credential for this user in the system. So that's so many things actually. So maybe because a human tends to make a mistakes, though yes, it's overload lah. Okay, some people sampai dia quit, sampai dia blown up. So it depends. Okay, requests are not only too numerous, bukan saja terlampau banyak. They also keep changing all the time, and the user need more reports to expand and understand the early reports. Sometimes yes, the report have come up, but that report is not enough. It's supposed to be support to buy another reports. Alright, and the user find that they get into the spiral of asking for more and more supplementary report. As I said, kena ada support lagi untuk report to be as evident as a very solid case. Alright, so they sometimes adapt by asking for every possible combination, which only increase the IT load even the further. The user have to depend on IT to provide information. They are not able to access the information themselves interactively. This one is happened on the last time lah. And the information environment ideally suited for making such interface making has to be very flexible and conducive for analysis. IT has unable to provide such environment. So because they are busy with the other things, so to focus on this thing, not an easy task. So that's why they come up with this new approach like ITIL. Okay, they classify of every request. Is it urgent, critical, or maybe as a low or medium priorities? So they have to look on this priority first. Which one have to go first? Which one have to can be tolerated at the end? Okay, as hope you can see right, get the data in the operational system, and we take an order. Already everything happens here. Okay, and then we transform this into something that decision support system. This one is DSS, expert system on the parts of this system analysis. Okay, decision support system is one of these high system compared to the operational system, mostly more on the TPS, transaction processing system, because they just receive and in and out of the records and the data. Okay, and then we look on this operational versus informational system. Okay, on the data content, data structure, access frequency. For informational, actually I can see it's simplified actually. Okay, on the on the usage is predictable and repetitive. Operational, yeah, just like the TPS, they just the same thing, similar things that happens again and again. But for the informational, for the ad hoc, like for the random, and then for the heuristic, how the people make judgment to solve the problem quickly. Alright, so the user for the operational mostly on the large number, and for the informational is relatively a small number, just for the manager, CEO for the decision making, because not everyone we have need in the decision making process. Okay, this one just a high hierarchy on the company to make on the decision. Okay, data warehouse the only viable solution. So that's why we have to learn why on the data warehouse is the solution for this one, a new type of system environment. So what in this data warehouse that they have is database designed for analytical tasks. Okay, we can easily to do this analysis on this database, and then data from multiple application can be can be extract to this something that meaningful and easy to use and conducive to long interactive session by user, not too boring, not the same thing happen and happen again. So this one people more likely to enjoy to get the data, to interpret the data. So read intensive data usage. Okay, they can do a lot of things, and direct interaction with the system by the user without IT assistant. No need for IT to involve. The person itself can query on itself, and the content updated periodically and stable. Okay, data is updated, and content include current and historical data. You can see on the historical back past information to make a judgment. Okay, to make a decision making. Ability for user to run queries and get result online. Okay, ability for user to initiate report. So they can come up with different kind of report lah. On the system analysis, we have a different kind of report that available for the executive. Okay, because not all the report is the same. Okay, processing requirement in the new environment, 4 level of analytical processing requirement. So the requirement for the data warehouse is running of simple queries and report against current and historical data. That is the number one. And ability to perform what if analysis is many in different ways. Maybe we can remove one of these record. What happens to we can predict what can happen to this situation if this kind of data is not on the or these things happen. Okay, ability to query, step back, analyze, and then continue the process to any desired length, and spot historical trends and apply them for future result. So yes, mostly we depends on this historical information to make some decision, because yes, we don't want the history repeats again and again, and so we don't want to have mistakes happens 2 times 3 times, because that's a problem have to be answered to the boss lah if that things happen. Okay, general overview of the data warehouse is from the operational on the site. Contoh dekat maybe kalau if retail, what happen in the hypermarket tu, what are the sale, and then extraction, cleansing, aggregation ni dalam IT lah, so they will make on this data warehouse. Okay, so the definition of the data warehouse, it provides an integrated and total view of the enterprise. We can see all the data at the same place. Okay, makes the enterprise current and historical information easily available for decision making. Sama je macam tadi. And make decision support transaction possible without hindering operational system. So when we do the decision support transaction, our operational things happen as normal. Okay, and the renders the organization information consistent. Make sure that there are no duplication of the data. Okay, the data is up to date, and present a flexible and interactive source of strategic information. Okay, not boring as I said tadi. Data warehouse and environment for the, I think because we open from this PowerPoint on this Google view ni, so they are redundant here. So data warehouse is not a single software, it's a hardware. Yeah, definition not a single software or hardware product or you purchase to provide strategic information. It's rather a computing environment. So data warehouse ni, it involve everything, so where user can find strategic information, environment where user are put directly in touch with the data they need to make a better decision. It is a user-centric environment. So a blend of many technology take all the data from the operational system. When necessary, include relevant data from outside, such as industry benchmark. Okay, maybe we have this kind of level of acceptance ke? So we got the indicators to show what are in current, what are the situation we have at the time. Okay, integrated all the data from the various sources, can remove inconsistent, transform the data, okay, and store the data into the format that's suitable for easy access for decision making. Okay, kemudian sama tadi, data transformation, data warehouse, and is available to the executive or manager or analyst to make a decision. Alright. Okay, involve the analysis, application, involve the storage management, involve the development of tools. So the evolution of business intelligence. Okay, once we have this data warehouse in the company, then we have this business intelligence available. Actually, the system and technologies for gathering, cleansing, consolidating, and storing corporate data, and then relates to the tools, technique, and application for analyzing the store of the data and the compose of two environment, data of information and information to knowledge. Okay, so we want to have this data warehouse to make our data to more to information data to information to knowledge, to contribute on the decision making. So it can be refer from time to time for business process or business deals and so on. Okay, habis topic 1.1. I think I can stop right now. We still have 77 minus 22. Wow, 55 slides again to go actually. Okay, I think we stop right here. Nanti later on I will continue on the next topic, on this topic 1.2 about the data building blocks. Alright, just thank you.